Okay, so I'm going to try to convey an idea. So this is the 7.5 joule valve. I also have like an 11 joule valve. But the 11 joule valve comes with this piece, this like disc-shaped piece right here, and it's threaded in. And when you take the valve block out, this still helps the CO2 not chain fire your launcher, because I guess it helps the CO2 disperse in an even manner. Anyway, with the 7.5 valve American valve, 7.5 joule American valve, it doesn't have that. And so when you pull the valve block out and you pull the trigger after you've loaded it, all you get is a chain fire. It'll just pop, pop, pop until there's no CO2. Anyway, so to combat that, I've had to come up with like different ideas and different ways to kind of slow that CO2 down, but still give me my power. And I had to do this by hand. Let's see if I can get you in there at all. Let's see if it'll focus. I don't know if this is focused very well. What I did was I made my own disc and just hammered it in place. And so what I've got are these things that I got from a computer. These old computers used to have these side panels that would screw on. And if you put this in like a drill, or even, you know, some of the just the fat screws or whatever. Here's one. Have to go through the camera. This is just a regular fat screw. And then put that inside of a drill. Then you can kind of shape it with a file. Now some of you might have a lathe or something in a knowledge, but I don't. So I'm kind of rudimentary here. So all I did was I took one of these old screws, put it in my drill, shaped it on my file. Once I got to about 11.6 millimeters in diameter, I stopped, and then I got busy with flattening it out, and I just, you know, ran it across this thing with the drill and flattened it out as far as I wanted to go, because you wanted about the thickness of a washer. I would say no more than a couple of millimeters, but maybe even a little bit thicker than that is fine, but you have to figure out what works for you. Then I had to drill a hole. So I kind of used the 5/64 is the bit that is the main hole. I beveled it out a little bit with this one first, and this was the, looks like a 7/64. Anyway, so there's a little bit of a cone at the top, and that's mostly because the metal was really hard. And so I was trying to get rid of some of the metal so I could then use this. Then I used some WD-40 as oil. There's probably way better oil than that for the drilling. Then I dropped it down in the center there, pulled it back out, filed it a little bit to make sure that it was the right size. And then I just kind of press fit it in there. I used, this is my screwdriver without the tip in it, and just a plastic mallet, and kind of tapped it in place. Once I was pretty sure that it was all the way in, I went to my punch, and I just kind of went around it and kind of tapped with this plastic mallet. I wasn't trying to hit it that hard, because honestly, it's only got to go a few millimeters. It really doesn't have to go in there very far, but you do have to go far enough to where the grooves can let CO2 in. Anyway, that's just kind of an overview. So that's how I've solved that problem. I wanted to make this video a while ago. I've kind of moved on to the HPA, and I'm trying to save up for stuff like that, and I got a pump and all this kind of stuff, but I still love the TR50. It's a really neat platform. I got some rubber balls in here that I found all around my messed up shed here. And I'll just take this over there. Got a CO2, and then we'll do another test. My first test went pretty good with this washer that I made, and I've had quite a few failures with different sizes. I think that The 5/64 seems to work best for me. It may work better in other sizes, I don't know. So, with that said, here we go. Okay, we got it activated. See that? I'm just going to shoot over there into that box. Probably hit the plastic and ricochet some. Again, these are just rubber balls. Maybe a rubber sealy in there. And I think you get about 7 or 8 usable shots. Yeah, we're empty again. There we are. Of course, there's not enough gas to shoot anymore after that because we've used it up. And this is always just hand tighten. I don't over tighten these. I've heard of people having a really bad experience over tightening these things. Anyway, there it is. And that's what I use. I just kind of made my own washer, but my other idea was to get some washer blanks. Just get some washer blanks, you know, drill out your own little holes, then you just have to file them. I mean, I don't have any in town where I'm at, but I was going to order some up and see if those work good. It's either that or go to eBay and spend 40 or 50 bucks and buy the professional kit. But some of us are on a kind of like a budget, so if you're on a budget, man, make your own washer with a hole.